Looking for a beautiful bed and breakfast with more than a century of history, a nearby park on the waterfront for an early morning walk, maybe a carriage ride tour of the neighborhood, a day full of shopping for items you might not find at home? Well, you're about to get your fill in this excellent overnight with Rick Sullivan.
Newbern is a beautiful place, just off the Pamlico Sound, full of history and culture. It's nearly 300 years old.
I think it's the best blend of old and new that you could possibly see. And yet we're a very modern town, and we are trying to be the best little town that we can be.
And this little town of less than 30,000 people does a great job of it. My wife Lisa and I begin our personal itinerary at the Meadows Inn Bed and Breakfast, an 8-room antebellum built in 1847. After a great night of sleep in the Josephine room, breakfast is served at 8:30 a.m. sharp. By 9 a.m., we are ready for action, beginning with the horse-drawn carriage ride around the historic section of town. We like the carriage ride at the start of the day since it gives us not only a perspective on the town's history, but a preview of the places we'll make sure to see on foot later on. After a 30-minute tour of the historic district, Tanya and Bill of Carolina Carriage drop us off at our first stop, Tryon Palace. You can easily spend half a day or more touring the palace and the surrounding gardens and the historic homes, but that's a story of its own. After spending much of the morning at the palace, we look for a lunch stop that has a big menu and lots of awards. This is the place, the Chelsea Restaurant. Built in 1912 as a drugstore for Caleb Bradham, the inventor of Pepsi. The Chelsea is a great example of the new and the old in Newbern. Great new menu, great old building. The owners researched it and found there were once law offices upstairs. Then came the interesting discoveries out back.
There used to be a 3-story firehouse, and when we renovated, we found several of the firemen's holes and
Look at that smile. What Chris is not telling you is the evidence that a brothel was connected to the firehouse back then. No more than 50 paces down the sidewalk from the Chelsea is our choice for dessert, the Cow Cafe. If you brought the kids, be absolutely sure you visit the playroom in the back. Then go to the counter and keep all the ice cream for yourself. Be sure to test a few before you purchase.
How many more flavors do I have to choose from?
24.
All of them are private recipes of Mr. Green, the owner.
Don't need that.
Another 50 steps down the sidewalk on Middle Street and we come to the Bank of the Arts, built as a bank in 1913. It is now home to the Craven Arts Council and Gallery. You'll find local art from the Craven County schools, as well as art for sale from professionals. Continuing on down Middle Street, enjoy the outdoor art and take a look at Old Christ Church, built in 1875. Across the street, the birthplace of Pepsi, the very spot where the soda recipe was born in 1898.
Hi, welcome to Newbern. My name is Caleb Bradham, I'm the inventor of Pepsi-Cola. Welcome to my pharmacy. We have a new drink here, it's called Pepsi Jazz, and I'd like you to taste test it.
This family of out-of-towners came to the Pepsi place and the town of Newbern exclusively for a history lesson, a school assignment.
What'd you learn?
That Newbern was originally the capital of North Carolina, and the governor was living in Tryon Palace.
Serious?
There is more history ahead for us. Next door to the Pepsi place is the oldest jeweler in North Carolina, Baxter's, still run by the same family that founded it in 1892. My favorite browsing experience came here at Carolina Creations. Terrific artwork, ranging from paintings and furniture to sculpture and jewelry. It used to be that local art customers had to go elsewhere to find variety like this. The gallery opened in 1990 with exclusively local art.
But so many of our customers are local people, and so after hearing every week, what's new, what's new, what's new, we found that we had to go a little further afield.
The result is a collection of contemporary art from about 300 artists nationwide, as well as the local area. Back outside, we give thought to the trolley owned by Newbern Tours. We are getting a little tired, but we're hungry again, and Bear City Fudge just happened to be in our path. It has a terrific interactive exhibit.
If you get here at the right time, you can lick it. This is the, what is this, Lisa? This is the mint chocolate swirl ready for licking.
All right, it's nearly closing time. 5 in the afternoon, and the best might be last.
I love Oprah. Can we do it already?
Mitchell Hardware, still doing the same thing it did back in 1898. We finished off a mammoth day of fun and shopping with an all-out assault.
And you can go tell
In Newbern, little town, big time, I'm Rick Sullivan for North Carolina Weekend.
See ya. Bye-bye.
For more ideas on where to go and what to do while you're in Newbern, go to visitnewbern.com.